Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Dead Cells, and we're doing great work lately. Really good stuff. Still have not upgraded a baguette. You know what I'm giving you as my excuse for not upgrading the baguette? New season of Fortnite. Excuse me, no thank you. New season of Fortnite. New Slay the Spire character. Excuse me, does one of these give us extra damage? Yes it does, oh no! And new Isaac booster pack. All came out over the course of like the last 2 days. So I'm just giving myself a little bit, just a little bit of a reprieve by having like one game that, you know, I don't want to say it's a routine because I think routine has kind of a negative consequence. People think routine means boring. I think routine means stable. It means that because of the fact that the game is something I've seen a few times before, the commentary, hopefully for once, can actually flourish. Plus, we're actually finally making progress in Dead Cells after being like really not good for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. We might still be not good, but we're actually doing pretty well most of the time here, so... Well, recently at least we have been doing pretty well, but I know that because of the new amount of boss cells that we're running, boss source cells, whatever the heck they want to call them, we actually, as of right now, don't heal fully between floors. Hold on, now I gotta read these. We probably want to get rid of tonic and roll, excuse me, sir. I've taken the wrong thing here. Did I sold the, you fool. Whatever, we're rolling tonic, accidentally. I wanted Toxic Cloud. We've already gotten our two scrolls as well, so we should probably bounce. Let's get the heck out of town so we can still make our doors. Anyway, we've been doing well lately. We've been winning, and we have a build that works, and we may try to execute on that build yet again. One day the Zane will return in Dead Cells, perhaps, but I don't even know what entails Zane in Dead Cells. All I know is that if you level purple, you're gonna be... There's nothing that rhymes with purple. If you level tactics, you're gonna smack this. I don't know. It's kind of a troubling implication. I think about the implications. I can't help but notice, not only do we not heal fully between levels, but apparently sometimes not at all is the thing. Alright, we did make it. Hopefully that thing comes back like every other floor. Otherwise, I'm gonna be very upset. Upset's not the right word. I'm gonna be screwed. That's probably the word we'd rather use there. So we really need to not get hit for now until we figure out how the heck this new mechanic even works on 2 scrolls, or 2 cells, I should say. Cells, scrolls, tactics, technique, you should know at this point. They're getting a little confused. I used tonic accidentally. It was not my intention. We need to not hit poison. Dude, I hate this. Because I don't even really have the sort of abilities where I can just set and forget our damage. Oh my god. Pretty much exactly my point right there. And this guy's just gonna chase me now. I may actually die. Thank God. You should have healed! Please, God. I'm begging you. You got to at least apply the status effects wherever possible. He's so close to actual human death, even though he's not a human being. Oh my god, we cheated death once already. We've done it. Alright, easy wins. Poison no longer affects you. Dude, that's great news. Plus, we got a level of brutality. I'm going to heal up. I am incredibly afraid of how this run is going right now. And wow, difficulty really picked up. Pretty darn quickly there. Can't deny that. So we got a lot of work to do on this run. Honestly, I'm amazed we're just still alive in the first place. What's the most important thing that we need? Well, if we're going to roll a tactics build, which we've pretty much committed to already, we need something that's not, let's go. We need something that's not tonic. Now, I would love, oh, that was dangerous. I would love to have another purple, but at least right now we have something that does damage, so that's a huge positive. And we can actually, like, start to do things on this run. And then having something that's a little bit more, like, aggressive would also be nice in our primary and secondary slots. Because the ice crossbow does do a lot of damage, but I'd be better off, I think, like, freezing them and then using the ice crossbow. I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but, you know, the ice crossbow, it's got kind of a long wind-up time. Well, this is definitely... It's got my adrenaline pumping early. This is not a Dead Cells run where I've started it and right off the bat I'm like, well, see, the problem with Dead Cells is the first few floors you just kind of run through. You know, this one, the boss cells are taking it to the next level. We are still rushing through the levels, but there's a little bit more danger associated with them, in case you haven't noticed. Just trying to see if we've missed anything. We did miss a treasure room, but we don't have an exit yet, so no sweat there. I do map cheat, mostly because without it, I would end up leaving so much loot behind that it would make your friggin' head spin. Okay, that's, I can never remember. I think that's infantry bow, so we can crit on close shots. Absolutely worth taking. It is indeed. We'll get rid of throwing knife to make that happen, even though it seems a little weird. Because now we could theoretically at least initiate with a freeze. Oh, I love shots pierce the first target. Yeah, that's fine. We could initiate with the freeze and then go for the crit. So, like... Or, actually, from afar, we probably want to just hit him with the crit, but... Or the crit from the freeze bow. I know this is confusing. No one's more confused than me on a regular basis, so... I want to get to the point, and it'll take a while, if we ever get there at all. I want to get to the point where we can kind of like one-tap with the crit on the basic enemies. Biter Swarm? Obviously we're not there yet, but if I'm being 100% real with you, I'm mostly just happy to actually be alive right now, because things looked a little dicey. I don't think I want to do this just yet. Did we make it through that just fine? Yes, but I was a little afraid in the process. Now I'll give it a shot. It looked like the most dangerous moment for us there. And we'll continue to level this for now. Colorless, you take plus 20% damage, like absolutely non-negotiable. This is a good opportunity for us. Okay, so that's 4 enemies down already. We're looking a little tight. One enemy remaining. That's so lucky. Come on, there's got to be one more over here. There's a little Scorpio. Let's go. I can't believe we actually lifted the curse there. I was a little... Oh, come on! I can't do that. Are you crazy? We got lucky just to make it through the first one. I don't think I'll be taking a second scroll here, but... I don't know, let me see what's past this room. If there's a lot of enemies on flat terrain, I might consider it. This must be Old Sewer's entrance. It is indeed. Well, we really want to get to the ramparts. which presumably will be kind of like over in this range. So I'm going to try to rush this down. I'd rather get a scroll, and I did see there were items there, of course. I'd rather get a scroll from a timed door, sorry, 2 scrolls from a timed door, as opposed to trying to get one from a, give me 1 second here. As opposed to trying to get one from a cursed chest that is, like, definitely incredibly dangerous. So I think we did okay with scrolls there. Every other floor we get to heal up, maybe? It means we won't get to heal up after this, but generally speaking, I don't think we find ourselves too short on HP after or prior to the boss fight, and then we can heal after the boss. But as of right now, I feel like this run is going A-okay. I just want to remind people, there's no gas leak in my apartment. It's just the sound of the shower in the other room. It's a natural human sound. Really, really, really trying to make this timed door. This will not be it. I hate taking damage knowing I probably won't be able to make it back. Maybe that was the timed door? Where's the timed door? I made a decision out of necessity. Let's go! We actually had an extra 33 seconds. I thought we had 2 seconds. One day I'll remember when all these ones are, but for now... Oh, that was very scary. Even though it clearly did not really have to be. Now that we're on 2 boss cells, by the way, it'll probably cost us like 150 cells, but we should be able to upgrade our weapons to level 3. And level 2 weapons were a huge upgrade. They came with extra... They came with extra stats. Which is like maybe the most valuable thing you can get out of a piece of equipment that you were already going to use anyway. So I don't know, maybe we can get 2 levels of stats out of 1 piece of equipment. That would be beyond excellent. We're dumping cluster bombs. We have a great run right now. Like, to be honest with you, I definitely would prefer to get rid of the... You know my build at this point. Like, I want a Frantic Sword. That's like my ideal... Frantic Sword, Frost Blast, and then 2 turrets, or like a Chaos Orb, Death Orb. Those are like my ideal loadouts with purples, which is like 90% of our runs at this point, apparently. But this will work. I would still like to replace the Frost Blast. Or, sorry, replace the Ice Crossbow with Frost Blast. Because I think Frost Blast actually, hilariously, might be what I consider to be like the most valuable piece of equipment in the game. Keep in mind, I'm still very much a Dead Cells novice. I have no idea what's considered good. In the meta, I just know what I like, what I don't like. And I think I really just don't... I've never used them properly, so this might be presumptuous, but I just don't like shield builds. They just don't feel right to me. To get some extra damage reduction, I understand, but apart from that... Okay, we have to heal up. I really don't want to heal. But what I can't afford to do is mind flood myself out of, like, survivability. By just being like, it's not worth... Because we're not going to be able to heal, or we're not going to be able to replenish our stuff after this floor. In my brain, I'm like... Well, don't waste the heal then. But, like, if you need the heal, it's not really a waste, is it? Oh. Now, do keep in mind, we do get 2 treasures per floor now. On most floors, I think. This one's not a treasure, it's just a... It's a kitchen, but hey, you know, honestly, when you can't heal that much, give me some kitchens, dude. Or should I say, hot kitchen. Tell me what I'm missing. Kissing on a man while I'm working in the kitchen. That's right. I'm hip. I'm with it. I know you're gonna say, NL, you gonna go for that cursed chest? The answer is, I have no idea. There's a lot of enemies I really hate on this floor, and I think I would prefer to not... Let me see what our next encounter looks like. If it's just these fools, You know what? I always, if I'm gonna do dead cells, let's have some words to live by, right? Who dares wins. We're gonna grab this cursed treasure. It doesn't have to be anything good as long as there's a scroll, but it would be nice if there was something good in it as well. Ivy grenade, colorless, you take extra damage, doesn't come with any special skills, so can't roll that. Because we have 2 turrets, as long as we're fighting enemies that do not fly or shoot through floors, we can do something like this. Be pretty okay with things. Now we've got flyers, so we're gonna toss these down and try to like aggro these jokers. Hello. Hello, jokers. 1 aggro, please. There you go. 2 more down. These guys are easy to take out in theory. Okay, and then really it's the flyer you want to worry about here. So we'll go down and then up. And then we got 2 enemies to kill. And we've done it. Okay, that was not as dangerous as it might have originally looked. Still very much looking good for, go ahead. Still very much looking good for beating this boss in time to get to the time door with the cells and then the one on the fog fjord as well. Not feeling too bad. I mean, really ran into quite a lot of trouble on that elite on the sewers, but once we made it past him, I'm not gonna say smooth sailing, but I would say good play. Wow, I've made a terrible mistake. Just wait 1 second, toss these onto a real floor. Now we're talking. Yeah, I actually, at first I was like, oh my god, this got so much harder now than it was, you know, on one boss cell. But now I don't really feel that way. I kind of feel like we kind of have, I know I said kind of about 1,000 times there, but we've surmounted our old position again. Like, I find myself not feeling like we're too afraid. I feel comfortable again. I feel like the run is about where it should be, given to the, you know, parameters of the increased difficulty. You know what I mean? So, if we get super lucky, and it's not crazy expensive, we should be able to, uh-oh. Well, let's not count our chickens yet, huh? We should be able to have enough cells to get a frost blast after we beat the boss. Which I will, I'll add the requisite caveat, if we beat the boss. More scrolls. Very happy to have another elite fight, actually, now that, like, I feel our run is actually doing something semi-positive here. Okay, try not to get tagged by that again. Another amulet? No, this one's Valiant's Whip. Or, sorry, Valmont's Whip. So it's just gold, but, you know, you gotta try. Continuing to go technique for now. I know we got a very unbalanced run. It's a strat that I hope you'll forgive me has worked out very well for us lately. I really can't afford to just throw HP away at the end of this floor, but we do want to see... Excuse me, how did the shot miss the turret lord? We can't afford to just skip the rest of this if there's going to be scrolls, so... There were scrolls, and I'm very happy to see them. You know what? Let's take a quick level of brutality just to establish some peace of mind. That was extremely stupid. It would be very nice to not have to heal before the boss fight. So, let's head down. And I think we're ready for the boss. We gotta beat him in like 3 minutes or something, 2 minutes. I always underestimate, I think. Or, I always overestimate how fast I have to be. Going for the extra, I mean, I just did it. I don't want it to seem like the audio's desynced, but I went for extra damage when we're not close to any enemies, just because we do have kind of like a throw turrets and then shoot from afar sort of build. So I think we'll start with a little terrible performance right there. Should always keep in mind, you know, we do have ammunition with both of these. Both of our primary and our secondary, that is. It hasn't been a problem so far. But against a single tanky enemy, it could become kind of a problem. Alright, that was not so bad. So I believe we have a heal available now, or I didn't even look to see if we had a heal available after the last one. I think I just sprinted through it, but in some ways, kind of a good sign, isn't it, that we have that kind of confidence right now? Maybe, maybe not. Alright, we're up to 156 cells. Now you... that's level... We can't go to S. It's not currently equipped. Oh, we need to go one level higher in terms of boss cells, I guess, in order to get there. So, what do we want right now? Well, Frost Blast is already done. We could upgrade our infantry bow. Is there any other ice enabling? Like, there's Ice Shock. I think Ice Shock is kind of not great, but I'm willing to give this a try and see what we get out of it. Comes with Brutality +1. Enemies burn when they die, which makes no sense. Right, can't sell it because it's default. And then we can't get a next level Frantic Sword, and we've already upgraded our Crossbow-O-Matic, haven't we? No! Okay, so that's probably our next option here. Because the infantry bow, it has a guaranteed crit. Yeah, we definitely want to do this one. We don't have any elemental synergies yet. Obviously, like, it looks like we're going for ice synergies right now. Now, I will tell you, at some point I will be heading back to that slumbering area, but I'm kind of in this mode right now where I feel like I'm crushing... I don't want to say it's boss rush, but I'm getting these boss source cells as quickly as possible, and it feels right. So Fog Fjord is one more scroll, and then Forgotten Sepulchre is another 2. So we have a good, like... We have a bead on what we want to do in this game now. Like, I really feel like I'm starting to understand the game flow of Dead Cells, and... Not doing too badly. Remember, you'll need to fight enemies if they drop something for you. What have you done for me lately? Face me? Beautiful. Alright, we're gonna go for whatever gives us more HP, which is gonna be survival most of the time, and also this time. And on this floor... To replace our infantry bow would not be the worst thing. Oh my lord, this is like the most... You know at some point this is gonna go wrong, so you really want to be careful. We did skip one curse chest. It's not like I've exclusively been rolling curse chests. Colorless, you take plus 20% damage. I don't think it's justifiable. You have to be careful with these guys. Alright, so we've already killed 3 enemies. These are another easy 2. And there's another easy-ish one. Okay, so we gotta kill 4 more enemies. I don't mind fighting the guy up top first. Okay, 3 more enemies. You'll forgive me for being a little more cautious during these moments. These are pretty critical. 2 more enemies. 1 more enemy. Hey, 0 more enemies. Alrighty, easy. Really. I mean, are cursed chests, do they show up in addition to normal chests or instead of normal chests? Because if they show up in addition, then I'm looking like some kind of mad genius right now, you know? I've picked up 3 scrolls that otherwise should have been unavailable to me. So I am feeling like extremely good about that. I don't really care about having to go to a second key room right now. We haven't been hit on this floor. That was really bad. I don't think we get to heal after this floor, but if you get hit once or twice, who cares, right? Now, this is a tricky area to fight in. So thankfully, our damage just destroyed him. Hayabusa Boots, I did see that they did extra damage against a freezing target, so there's a temptation there. But not much of a temptation, because the DPS is still so low overall. Having 2 turrets whose shots both pierce the first target is just allowing us to destroy right now. So we don't want to go here. It's too early. Don't have the key for it yet. Honestly, kind of like a maybe a little bit of a hot take. Those priests that shoot the bullets out, like these guys right here, actually the worst enemy in Dead Cells. The fact that they shoot before you even know where they are. Extra damage on poison? Nah. We're just gonna sell one. It makes them the most difficult enemy to face. And, you know, it might be a little bit, again, probably not the most popular opinion, but I don't think I'm super incorrect. The fact that they shoot through walls just compounds the issue as well. I'm gonna heal. To heal once on the fjord is far from an admission that things are going wrong. That was our weaker turret. So the fact that it didn't necessarily crush right away, I'm not too concerned. Yeah, we just want to very quickly check the whole floor. We got like 4 minutes, something like that. Oh, and then more scrolls. Ah! I will get those. I just want to see. Do you have food for me? You are not a food lord. Enemies burn when they die. None of this seems that good. I'll give it a quick reroll to see what we can get. Double crossbow matic. Shots pierce the first target. Tactics +1. Extra damage on a piercing target. Yeah, absolutely. So that turned out extremely well. I'll do one more reroll as well. I don't see those ones working out too well for me. Basically, the free level of tactics plus the fact that it was... I mean, it wasn't literally strictly better, but it's as close to strictly better, more or less, as you can get in this freaking game. It had roughly the same effects associated with it, but with more damage and a level of stats as well. I'm dumb? Yep. 2 heals on the Forgotten Sepulchre could be a real problem. Thank you. I really only want to be here if there's going to be scrolls nearby. And there's not. Okay, do we have our... We don't have our second key yet, do we? Go get that second key, get the heck out of here. Still in an awesome position, if I may say so myself. What makes it awesome? I think in terms of our, like, equipment, this is one of the better runs I've ever had equipment-wise. Actually, no, I should be careful in my verbiage. I don't think it's one of the best runs we've ever had equipment-wise. I think it's one of the best runs we've ever had stat-wise. Look at that. Like, to have 18 levels in our primary before we leave the fog fjord seems extremely very good. Now let's just hope that we're able to hold it together here. I'd really like heals like as often as possible moving forward. Hey! Thank you so much. It would be good to not take damage here because we'd like to heal on the, or before the assassin fight. But this floor tends to be extremely rich with scrolls. And we're going to start to throw those into our HP related levels. Got here with 2 minutes remaining. Pretty much ideal in my opinion, because you know, we weren't panicking and making mistakes on our past floor trying to get here, but at the same time we weren't exactly like, you know, we didn't leave a lot on the table back there either. So HP's looking fine. 4,000 at this point. Keeping in mind, you know, every 20% at this point is roughly another 1,000 thrown on top of that. Obviously, the back of the napkin calculation, it is off by a little. Oh, you spooked me. Hello. Love you too. Have fun. And with that blessing, we're guaranteed a victory. Please, please, please! We can still use that lantern. This whole floor, like, it used to be so difficult. But now I've got the methodology. Find the lanterns, especially the permanent lanterns. Figure out where the keys are, and then you can explore later, you know? If you have the HP necessary to explore later. You also have to realize, like, they're not gonna give you, like, no access to lanterns. You just have to run. Which is something that can take a little bit to get used to, for sure, but I do see that scroll. They're never going to be like, hey, the next lantern is, like, literally inaccessible. You just have to trust the system, recognize they're going to put a lantern around for you, and then figure it out. I don't really want to over-invest here, because we spent a lot on the last floor, and it worked out, gold-wise, I mean. It worked out really nicely, because we got that second crossbow-matic that was basically a straight upgrade. I guess I didn't touch the lantern. We took so little damage. I'm not going to be upset about it, but the game almost made me look like a liar. Watch out for Green Boy. He's still running around here. That makes me upset. You know why it makes me upset? Didn't have to happen. We tried to shoot our bow at the enemy. Not a bad idea, but why not throw the crossbow instead of that? The turret, I should say. Heal me, heal me. Didn't heal up as much as I'd like. It's better for us to throw the crossbow because the shots pierce. So if the enemy that we want to kill gets behind another enemy, nothing to worry about. We're just selling the equipment that isn't purple scaling at this point. It's pretty much like put up or shut up territory there. If we get non-purple equipment, it better be colorless. At this point, I will do it. We tend not to take damage. We might take damage from darkness. That would be what I would consider the most likely culprit for us to have some bad stuff happen. I do see Frost Blast. Wait, you know, I don't see a good reason to not take Frost Blast, no matter what it does, and it does give us extra tactics. We're gonna like it more than Ice Shock, no matter what. So let's take that immediately. I don't want spikes, please. You know what? We're gonna come back to this area. We go through this, especially with the cursed chest on the Forgotten Sepulchre, we go through this a lot. You know, I don't wanna fight a room that's spike heavy when it's unnecessary. I believe it's another spike heavy area down there. As is this. Yep, I'm dead. Well, it hurts, admittedly. I just couldn't see on the way up. That one sucks. Way too aggressive on the cursed chests, but I was having a good time there. I feel like that space that I've created to be more confident in Dead Cells and be more aggressive is serving us well, even if we exclusively do purple builds. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.